viewers, and welcome to On Point. My guest today is Ruth Wamuyu, who is currently touring the US to promote her album Inuka. Ruth Wamuyu is also known for songs such as Mambo Sawa Sawa, Mahiga, Wembodaka, Inuka Msifu Bwana, and Amukirakado, which is one of my favorites. So, welcome to On Point.
Thank you.
Tell me a little bit about yourself.
I have 5 sisters and 4 brothers.
Wow.
We are a huge family. Yeah, huge family. We could make a football team.
Yep.
Yeah, with my father and my and my mom in it. We are quite enough. Yeah, you can be sure. I'm married to one husband, of course, and have 2 children, a 6-year-old Taffy and Wangeshi, 3-year-old. And basically, I'm a pastor, I'm a business lady, and I'm a singer as well.
So tell me a little bit about your upbringing, where you grew up.
I grew up in Nyahururu. Nyahururu is in Central Province, just near the Aberdare Hills. It's a very cold place. And I grew up there knowing that going to a town or to go to the city, it took you like a whole day to prepare because the matatus were very scarce. And it was one of those precious moments that when you are going to the town of Nyahururu, because we live just in the village, and it was a privilege. And you could eat a loaf and mandazi. You can imagine how good it was. And it's amazing that here I am in America. It's amazing. Even what we shall go to, they don't believe that. They don't.
When and how did you get introduced to music?
I guess I loved singing from when I was young. And when I completed high school, I only could go to college for just a very short time. And I think my dream to become a singer pushed me to get into the industry back in 1993. And I've been there. And so far, so good.
So I know you also preach and you've got ministry going on. Tell me about that.
The ministry is called House of Judah Ministries. It's a vision that God gave me like 3 or 4 years ago. That music is not just about entertaining people, but it can be used as a tool to win souls, to encourage people, and to build them up in the holy faith. And that is how we began meetings, overnight meetings. We call them Kigosho night. Translated, it means praise nights. And we began at Wida Highway Motel on your way to Nakuru. And the premise became too small, and we had to relocate, and we relocated to St. Andrew's PCA Church Hall, which holds a capacity of around 3,500 to 4,000.
Wow.
And currently, we are short of space, so we are looking for a bigger space to take the crowd, but much more because of the so many people that were receiving Christ. We felt it was bad. It was not in place to just let the people go and not just mentor them and, shepherd them. And that is how my husband and I opened a church like 2.5 years ago at Wida Highway Motel. Again, we went back to the same hotel. And we ran the church until the place became too small as well. And we moved into Kikuyu town where we got a big go down. And by the grace of God, we are coming up very well. And God granting us all the resources that we need. We are trusting God to buy out that place.
Okay, so how has your experience been since visiting the US?
It has been awesome. The response has been wonderful. I love the people. I love the Kenyans who live in the US. They are wonderful people, very welcoming, very generous. You can feel the warmth. And I think I commend you for the good job of even buying our CDs and our music and also feeling like you belong. And we are amazed. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hey, my name is Lillian from Columbus, Ohio, and you're watching On Point.
If you're just joining us, we're here sitting with Ruth Wamuyu, who is currently touring the US promoting her album Inuka. So I know you've got the music going on, you're a pastor, and you're doing all this super womanish things. How has fame changed you over the years, if it has?
I don't know. I'm not very sure whether it has changed me, but it has changed my way of doing things because I'm no longer careless about what I talk about. I'm not careless of where I go. You just have to be cautious.
So, what advice do you have for, say, local artists based in the U.S., musicians?
Yeah, I will tell them to keep on keeping on. It's not easy to be a singer. It's not easy to make music and have it out there and people like it. But I've been at it for 15 years, and by the grace of God, people got to know our music.
So, what marketing challenges are you facing right now, and what are you doing to overcome them?
The greatest challenge is letting people know that your CD is great and it's out in the market. Sometimes when we depend on the media can only play as much as because they are limited. There are so many CDs that are being produced every day.
On that same note, tell me how pirating, because it's a lot of Kenyans. You get a CD and you just make 10 copies and then give to your friends and whatnot. How does that affect people who are using that as their primary source of income?
I would condemn it because it is wrong to do that. Because it costs a lot of money to produce a CD or a DVD, and it also costs a lot of money to promote the music and to market it out there. And I would condemn it with the strongest words possible because it is wrong, it is wrong, it is wrong.
Okay, 3 wrongs.
Yeah, 3 wrongs.
Okay.
Yeah.
See about some of the roadblocks and hardships you've come across as an artist.
When you're a beginner, money is quite a problem because to finance your own album and the video, it's quite a challenge. And back then when we began, it was like somebody could finance you and get all the profits and pay you peanuts. And that's how all of us, most of us who were back then, began.
You're a mother and a pastor and a musician, and now you're touring all over the U.S.
Yeah.
How do you find a balance, and how does all this juggling all these things, how does that affect your family?
My family, I thank God for them because especially my husband is very supportive. He supported me since we were married, and he's just an amazing man of God because he understands what the music ministry is all about. And the only challenge that I find is sometimes the children, because they will want to understand that mom is busy, but they really don't understand because mommy is supposed to be home all the time.
Yep.
And that is one of the greatest price that you have to pay.
Let me pick your brain a little bit. What's in your head right now? What's in your mind? What's bugging your brain right now?
Children. I hate to see children suffering. And I've seen so many children in our area, especially in Kikuyu area. There are so many, the people we call street boys. And it has been in my heart to begin a program to feed them. And when I go back home, I want to begin that, to be feeding them in our church. Maybe every Friday, preach to them, try and help them out.
Do you ever see yourself, say, getting into politics?
I may not swear on that, but currently, no. Yeah.
What advice or words of wisdom would you give local pastors here in the U.S.?
I would encourage them to keep preaching the word and preach it, in season and out of season. And it's a great work they are doing, but let us not allow our differences to divide us. Let us be one and speak with one voice.
Well, congratulations. Keep up the good work, and we hope to see you next year. We hope you will be promoting another album. Well, we'll come to the end of the show. We'd like to thank Ruth for joining us. Thank you, viewers, for watching. And be sure to get copies of her album.